In the new MSNBC documentary, To End All War, Oppenheimer and the Atomic Bomb, the impact of the 1945 nuclear attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki can be seen in grisly detail. The bulk of Oppenheimer, however, explores Oppenheimer's version of events and his evolving moral compass. It shows his willingness to encourage bombing targets that would cause mass casualties, demonstrate the power of the bomb, as well as ensuring his regrets, which he took public, losing his security clearance as a result. One key scene recounted in the documentary finds the scientist in the Oval Office announcing that he has blood on my hands to a bemused Harry S. Truman. The admission, we already covered that. There's also a recurring motif that has a lot to do with him closing his eyes. To me, it's really about staying in his head. I didn't get why it kept raining more and more in the Einstein conversation. Did you guys notice that? Please don't yell at me and be a fucking film geek and tell me like I'm stupid for not understanding what the reason for that was. The raindrops were meant to be atom bomb detonations. Okay. Because it wasn't actually raining in that sequence. It was only raining on his hat. And I assumed it was a deliberate reason. I shipped them in this scene. Because the rabbi character said that it doesn't matter if it was the A-bomb or the H-bomb. It will either be 10 feet of water or 1,000 feet of water, still drowned anyway. Yeah. Thoughts on the soundtrack? It was incredible. Imagine Zoomers if they made a biopic of this woman. Oh my God, stop. The atom bomb was meant to symbolize the atom bomb that the United States dropped on Japan, built by Oppenheimer. I want to show you how freakish Americans are. I saw this last night, and it also fucked me up a little bit. Before we move on from the Oppenheimer-Sloppenheimer conversation, you want to understand how ghoulish Americans are? This clip shows you exactly how ghoulish Americans are. Okay, we are fucking literal villains on the planet. Holy shit. Very unsettling clip from an episode of This Is Your Life, in which Hiroshima survivor Kiyoshi Tanimoto, thinking he was doing a straight interview, is instead treated with a surprise meeting with the man who piloted the Enola Gay, which dropped the atomic bomb on his city.
My God, what have we done?
The voice again of a man whose second of eternity was woven.
This is called Shoot and Cry, by the way, but it's like, it's at a different level at this point.
Woven up with yours, Reverend Tanimoto. Now, you've never met him, have never seen him, but he's here tonight to clasp your hand in friendship. Captain Robert Lewis, United States Air Force, who along with Paul Tibbets piloted the plane from which the first atomic power was dropped over Hiroshima.
Like, even in this shitty-ass black and white sequence, you can kind of see, you can absolutely see the shock and grief in his eyes.
Captain Lewis, come in here close, and would you tell us, sir, of your experience on August 6, 1945?
Well, Mr. Edwards, we left Tinian in the Mariana Islands at about 2:45 in the morning on August the 6th, 1945. Our destination was Japan. We had 3 targets.
I got to stop here for a second and you know, deliver a hot take, but this is infinitely more unhinged than 90 Day Fiancé. So in some respects, it feels like America has always been like this. You know what I mean? We look at TikTok, we look at reality television today in this day and age, and we go, oh man, how deranged. Like back in the day, it wasn't that It's like, nah, man, this is like Jerry Springer on steroids. This is the nuclear version of that, okay? Why did they do this? Was there no controversy to this? Ah, the movie addresses this very well as well. While in the war room, they're having a discussion about 100,000 Japanese people that have died so far in the firebombing campaign. The Secretary of War, in an unbelievable moment of self-reflection, goes, I don't know if I like that Americans are cheering on 100,000 Japanese people dying due to our endless firebombing campaign in Japan. What? This can't be good. Which, by the way, I don't even fucking believe that. Can you please check Dexerto real quick? Why? 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 Why are people fucking constantly posting the goddamn Dexerto clip? Whatever the fuck happened on it. Shut the fuck up. What is it? What is it? What the fuck is it? What happened? Since I fucking started the broadcast today. Dexerto. It's just the X sign logo getting taken down. Oh my God, that's your big fucking news of the day? Shut the fuck up. I'm over here trying to talk about how bloodthirsty the American population was, and they're like, their indifference to so much death and destruction that we fucking deliver, and motherfuckers are like, dog, you have to see the X logo being taken. Wait, is this it? Island Boys comes out as gay after.
You got me addicted. I'm hanging on your lips. I don't wanna quit us. We trip too good on this. I got you under my skin. Shifting tides until I let you in. You are messing with my head, and I'll keep dancing on the.
Make it instant content. I'm gonna fuck. I want. Oh my God! Every day we near closer and closer to fucking final nuclear winter, and I welcome it. I welcome it. I welcome it with open hands. Oppenheimer was getting Sloppenheimer, and he was so good for making the atom bomb. We do not deserve to live on this planet any longer.
Targets. One was Hiroshima, one was Nagasaki, one was Kokura. About an hour before we hit the coastline of Japan, we were notified that Hiroshima was clear. Therefore, Hiroshima became our target. Just before 8:15 a.m.
Like, look at this. Like, look at the realization of on his face. He's just like, yeah, just a target for us. You know what I mean?
Tokyo time, Tom Farabee, a very able bombardier, carefully aimed at his target, which was the 2nd Imperial Japanese Army headquarters. 8:15 promptly, the bomb was dropped. We turned fast to get out of the way of the deadly radiation and bomb effects. First was a big flash that we got, and then the 2 concussion waves hit the ship. Shortly after, we turned back to see what had happened. And there in front of our eyes, the city of Hiroshima disappeared.
Now, you entered something in your log at that time.
As I said before, Mr. Edwards, I wrote down later, my God, what have we done?
And so, Reverend Tanimoto, you on the ground, and you on your military...
Like, that guy's kill count is like 100K. That dude, his kill count is like around 100,000 with all the impacts, like post-nuke impacts. Like, instantly vaporized, like, I think 70,000 people or something, and then an additional 30K after, too. Like, that dude is a straight-up murderer. But division of labor dictates that he was just following orders. You know what I mean? Even though this is a little bit more unique than giving people in an execution squad duds on purpose, like blank rounds on purpose, so nobody knows who's actually responsible for pulling the trigger and executing the fucking prisoner. He knew what he was doing. He saw it. So it was even worse than that. It literally reads. It straight up reads like a guy talking in front of the International Criminal Court. You know what I mean? About his crimes. Like that's
Very mission, Captain Lewis, in the air.
But yeah. There's the guy's mother was from my hometown and he named the plane after her, the Enola Gay. It also helps that we pummeled the American people with anti-Japanese propaganda until they were no longer seen as human. I mean, yeah, we fucking literally, guys, there were internment camps in the United States of America, like, for Japanese people. So it was very much, the American people had no interest in seeing Japanese people as like full human beings. The other interesting side of this conversation also is that like the Japanese military was so uniquely brutal as well. That's the other side of the conversation as well. We're talking about civilians though, obviously, which is different.